Friends, did you know that even today, there are still people who live completely isolated, no contact with the outside world? They've never seen tall buildings, nor do they know about technology. Imagine that. Right in the middle of the Bay of Bengal lies a small, deeply forested island called North Sentinel Island. It spans roughly 60 square kilometers, rising about 122 meters at its highest. There are no roads, buildings, or human-made infrastructure, just dense rainforest, white sandy beaches, and rugged coral reefs that naturally shield it from the outside world. In 1956, India declared this island a tribal reserve and established a 3 nautical mile, about 5 kilometers buffer zone around it. This law exists to protect the Sentinelese tribe from modern diseases and unwanted interference. The Indian Navy and Coast Guard patrol this buffer zone continuously, preventing anyone from approaching without authorization. The Sentinelese have remained in self-imposed isolation for generations. Their language, customs, religion, all remain a mystery to us. Estimating their population is difficult. A 2018 estimate suggests around 35 individuals, while other sources put the number at 100 to 200, and some believe it could be as many as 400. They are complete hunter-gatherers, collecting fruits, crabs, eggs in the jungle, and fishing in the ocean. Their huts are temporary, and their clothing minimal, mostly made from bark strings and natural materials. From 1930 to 1960, the British government made no contact with them. The island was too remote, the jungle too dense, and the surrounding coral reefs so rugged. And with fast-moving currents and waves, boats could not safely approach, nor could people walk ashore. Whenever a ship drifted too close, Sentinelese warriors fired arrows, a clear sign that outsiders were not welcome. Then, in 1967, the Indian administration sent a carefully planned expedition. Anthropologists, police, and naval officers. They stayed offshore, observed through binoculars, and left gifts, coconuts, bananas, metal tools on the shore. They documented huts, smoke, daily activity, all without setting foot on the island. This pattern continued into the 1970s and 80s. Once, National Geographic tried making a documentary, but when arrows flew, they retreated. In 1981, after a ship like the MV Primrose wrecked nearby, survivors were rescued by helicopter, but Sentinelese hostility remained. Arrows fired. Attacks attempted. Then, in January 1991, a pivotal moment occurred. Dr. Mykhailo Polyakov, the first female Indian anthropologist to lead such a mission, led a team to the shore. They anchored carefully and left coconuts. A few Sentinelese, unarmed, walked into the water, took the coconuts with smiles, and returned, without stepping ashore. This was the first and only friendly contact. After 1996, India's government completely stopped contact. They continued to observe from afar, with binoculars and aircraft, but no one was allowed to land. His policy began to protect the tribe's health and lifestyle. During the 2004 tsunami, the island was monitored from helicopters only. Sentinelese shot arrows and hurled stones, but no one landed. Even then, there was no attempt at physical interference. The Sentinelese hostility has a tragic record. In 2006, 2 fishermen drifted too close while sleeping. In the morning, they awoke near the island and were attacked with arrows. Both were killed. The tribe buried them on the shore. When the Coast Guard sent a helicopter to recover the bodies, they too were repelled with arrows and stones. The bodies remained unrecovered, as retrieving them was too dangerous. Then on March 29, 2025, a new incident took place. Late that night, 24-year-old Ukrainian-American YouTuber Mykhailo Polyakov set out from Kurma Dera Beach in South Andaman on an inflatable boat. He had GPS for navigation and binoculars to observe his route. By 10 a.m., he reached the northeast shoreline of North Sentinel Island. Anchoring offshore, he scanned the beach but saw no signs of life. He blew a whistle for an hour, waiting for a response. None came. He stepped onto the beach for about 5 minutes, leaving behind a coconut and a soda can as gifts. Then collected sand, recorded footage with his GoPro, and departed. He returned to Kurma Dera by around 7 p.m., where local fishermen spotted him and alerted the police. He was arrested on March 31st and held in judicial custody for 14 days. He was charged under the Foreigners Act, 1946, and the 1956 Tribal Protection Law. Both carry punishments of up to 5 to 8 years in prison. Experts and NGOs warn that such contact could expose the tribe to flu, measles, or other illnesses, diseases they cannot withstand. Survival International described Polyakov's actions as completely crazy, reckless, and idiotic, and deeply disturbing, accusing influencers of risking tribal lives for attention. Linguistically, the Sentinelese language remains undocumented. Only a few words like Lia and Lua have been recorded, possibly meaning near and far. Their language is unintelligible to Jarawa or Onge tribes. They are animists, worshipping nature, and their knowledge of the forest is essential for survival. During the 2004 tsunami, instead of heading to open coasts, they climbed to higher ground in the jungle, showing extraordinary environmental awareness, sensing danger early from shifts in bird behavior, wind, and wildlife. Genetic studies reveal that the Andaman tribes, including the Sentinelese, originated in Africa around 30,000 years ago. Mitochondrial DNA, specifically haplogroups M2 and M4, indicate their ancestors migrated into southern Asia 40,000 to 60,000 years ago, with a group reaching the Andaman Islands about 37,000 years back. Roughly 24,000 years ago, they became genetically isolated. Despite some shared ancestry with the Jarawa and Onge tribes, the Sentinelese have developed distinct linguistic and physical traits. Though experts note they appear most closely related physically and linguistically to the Jarawa, the government maintains a hands-off, eyes-on policy. They patrol by sea and monitor from the air, but prohibit any landings. This policy began after 1996, when the health risks of contact became clear. Much of the island remains unmapped and unexplored, its dense jungle and numerous huts hidden. Its interior may be as vast as Manhattan, but it remains shrouded in mystery.